Welcome back to our Houston Texans franchise here on Madden 24, and today we're going to be taking on the Tennessee Titans, a team that is undefeated to this point. Obviously, that could change when we advance here to Week 5. Also, could get a breakout. I'm really hoping Nico Collins gets one. He's had a great season. He had a really good game. And they're just going to continuously, and the Titans did lose, continuously give us this tandem breakout thing. Weekly award may even go to Nico. It did. Oh, non-quarterback winning the freaking player of the week is not common. You know, you can see the only players that win it are either quarterbacks or running backs. Wide receiver is nowhere to be found here. And Nico Collins is the first one to do it, averaging 18.8 yards per catch on 10 catches. 3 touchdowns, almost 200 yards, doesn't get the breakout, but should have an upgrade point, plus he'll get some for this tandem breakout, which I would assume is probably Tank Dell propping up Nico Collins again, even though it's going to be a Tank Dell scenario. So at the same time, it's like, why would I praise Tank Dell when it's supposed to be for Nico Collins? But like, why is Nico getting the challenge? I know, why is Tank Dell getting the challenge when Nico did the work? I know he gets the XP, but still, 150 yards for Tank Dell. I mean, that's a challenge for Nico, and Nico is a very much so bigger range player. I also don't feel like Nico surely has an upgrade point here, right? Like, surely. No? Really? No upgrade point. He got player of the week and 2,500 for that. Oh, you want to get 700 XP for player of the week? That is a scam. You know how many players there are? You know how many weeks there are? Not a lot. Of course, Boyer didn't really play that much better than Brevin, but he was better than Brevin. If Boyer is bad this week, it might be Dalton Schultz back in the starting spot. I need some consistency. We changed the sliders a little bit. Not that much, but a little bit. The Titans don't have the best pass rush in the world. They do have Simmons, who's a problem, but overall not the best, but definitely not the worst either. So we should see a little bit of an improvement, especially with the slider change. Wise is still playing really well. And then, of course, we have Pearson back in the starting lineup. James Houston's okay, but he did have a down week last week, even has a morale drop here. Don't know why Christian Harris is down. He's disappeared a little bit, but that's not necessarily a bad thing for a linebacker, because if you're showing up a lot as a linebacker, if it's not in the run defense and you're not like blowing up the play, that could also be a sign of you just getting beat, right? Because our linebackers get beat a lot. They're required to do a lot, but they also get beat a lot. Lonnie Glover, the rookie, will be back soon, but he's not the number 1 anymore. He is number 2 at the very best, only because he's on the bigger side, which could definitely help in the run defense over Dietrich Wise. But overall, he is definitely not number 1. Hudson's much better. And we have to play the Titans without Derrick Henry, who has a quad tear. I wonder if we play them. Again, we do. We don't play Derrick Henry at all unless it's the playoffs. 3-0, unless they just got injured, this last week. Without him would be pretty impressive. I don't know how long that injury, has been occurred. But let's see if the Titans have a replacement for him, if they're going to be screwed. We'll see. Obviously, they're a heavy run team, so that could be massive. Will Levis is the starting quarterback with Baker Mayfield at 2, and they hate Willis so much that Cade York's the number 3 quarterback. Tyjae Spears is not a bad player. He's a little bit on the slower side for a guy that can't just run you over, though, so that's a little confusing, but definitely would have thought they would have added someone at the running back spot, but they're going to just roll with 2. DeAndre Hopkins has regressed a little bit because of the age. Treylon Burks is still there, and Traquan Smith is the number 3. Tight end 1 is Ertz over Okonkwo, which doesn't make any sense to me. Okonkwo is much better. Maybe this is just a glitch. I don't know. Terrence Steele playing left tackle for him. Skoronski left guard. Center Dom Sims looks good. Right guard's not great. Right tackle's not great. But the left side of the line, including the center, is actually not bad. They've improved it. Julian Aquara is an okay pass rusher. Simmons, once again, very, very good. Tart is a decent DT, and their number 2 is bad. But this is a 3-4, so Tart's basically playing nose tackle. They added Josh Allen. Okay, I lied. They have a pretty good pass rush now, assuming Landry's on the other side. Inside linebackers, Monty Rice, I would start over Wilson just because of the speed alone. And then Landry, yep, he is still here. So it's actually a pretty good pass rush unit. Corners, if Farley was the number 1, and I almost called him Murphy Bunting at number 2 would be pretty solid. But the speed lacking from McCreary, even though he's good, could be a problem. I will say Farley's coverage kind of sucks. Kevin Byard's as good as ever, and Amani Hooker is pretty good with that zone coverage. I think for the weekly strategy, it's going to be a stop the short game. I know they're the #1 run team, but they got to change it up a little bit because Spears, I don't think, is going to be able to get it done. And their defense is basically the best in the league. I really don't know what the hell you do here. Better short routes, faster reaction to short pass. I think throw at medium is just like always the best bet. And then we have a bunch of trainings to do. We got 2 upgrades after the training, and one of them is for Pearson, who gets a +2 to power move, which is nice. Gets him into the 80s. This man has not played a couple of weeks now because of injury, and we're going to hope for the best, because like I said, this pass rush, even including from Will Anderson, has been not great. Hudson's been one of the best players for us, and, Pearson in preseason looked pretty strong, so we're hoping that he can cook up, and he will be the starter now for this week, going up against the Titans, who have a pretty decent offensive line. So I don't know what to tell you. We got to get back on track and win, because 1-4 is a lot harder to come back from than 2-3, if you didn't know. All right, we're at home. We have a slight little sliver of sunlight. I don't like it. I really don't recall like watching any of these types of dome teams, but is it actually like that, or do the lights like actually brighten up the place? Because man, that would be really annoying, no? Just seeing that shadow all the time. Like, it just feels like you're not in a professional environment. That's just my feeling. I don't know. But I would like another nighttime game, but I think we kind of need to start winning games to get those. So we're going to try to get back in that win column, get that damn nighttime game, whether it's at home or away. See what we're like under the bright lights in prime time. Show the world that, we're 1-3. But we've played some really tough games, and we have been very close to beating some really good teams. Last week, not necessarily one of them, unfortunately. But we're going to try our best and hopefully improve and go to 2-3, like we said. The Titans will be getting the ball first, which definitely helps. As last week, we got the ball at halftime, and there's that Beckman. That guy's a talented fella, let me tell you. Been seeing, he's talented. Good blocker, and, I just have a feeling if he ever got a chance on the kick return, he'd just go crazy. I don't know why. I just got a weird shot. Weird feeling. Of course, looking at Will Levis, I don't know when this occurred, but was it last season? I feel like Tannehill was the quarterback last year, no? So now it's Levis, apparently. I mean, about time, I guess, but we'll see what he's got. Not a bad little start on the season. Numbers are kind of low. A lot of dependence on the run game in Tennessee. Of course, without Derrick Henry, we'll see if that's still going to be the game plan. And hopefully we can, like I said, get in that win column. Going against the running back, and he's in some trouble. He's going to take a shot with Ward up there. And, that's a good 50-50 ball. Hopkins is a monster. But, losing a little bit of a step because of the age, and more importantly, in kind of double coverage. Pretty good coverage by Ward there, and, got some help on top of it just for good measure. And they're going to start with another run. And nice hit, throwing it right to DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, he knows his talent. He knows his team, but at the same time, forcing it into a non-open situation. Looking good so far. 3rd and 10. Going to try to fade over. Got the running back. I mean, we got pretty much everyone covered. This is going to be a coverage sack. It's going to be a throwaway. Almost the same difference as that will be a punt. 0 for 3, not a single run with Derrick Henry out, and Stonehouse must be tiny. He looks like a short fella. My man's thankfully had time from his job at the chocolate factory to show up for the punt. Of course, Stroud, it was a crazy one last week. It was a battle. And overall, I would say kind of more good than bad, as it wasn't necessarily all his fault. Coverage was great. Pass rush was really good. And it was just a really tough situation. We climbed back into an almost unwinnable situation. And you can't tell me Browns fans weren't like, wait a minute, hold on here. This game isn't as won as we thought. So we're going to gain 2 on the first handoff with the dive. Pierce surprisingly even put up numbers last week. It really felt like we ran the ball like no time at all in the second half. And rightfully so, in fairness. We had literally a huge deficit early on in that game. We got the play action. And there goes Brevin Jordan. As maybe we had a little bit of an underthrow there. Maybe we had Tank Dell a little bit more open deep. But I've tried to learn, and I try to keep my mindset in that you got to find the first man open and take that play. And I say that, but we're going to throw to Nico Collins, who once again had a big week last week, stays in bounds despite the fact that the ball took him right to the sideline, and gets himself a gain of 26 to start off his day. Get Ford on the outside, Pierce to the right. See if we have anything. And there goes Tank Dell. He could score. Actually, I didn't even see Byard. Still a really good play. Gets to the 8. 3 for 30, 57 yards. And it's funny as I intended to change the sliders, which we may feel, but I completely forgot to import them. So I saved the sliders in the main menu, and I forgot to import them. But I was like, you know what? The Browns are a pretty good team. Let's just see what happens in this one before we go too crazy. Dameon Pierce on the inside again. I might have carried that ball outside too hard, trying to do too much. Just get what we can, honestly. And it won't matter, as Pierce will score regardless. And Byard smartly says, you know what? That guy's a little bit of a stronger number 31. I'm going to let him work. Good, clean start on offense. Defense was, about as perfect as you can get. Not the best coverage in the world, especially on that second down throw, but overall, we held them to 0 for 3. This time they get one, but it's only going to be for 2 yards. Will Levis, I wouldn't say he's looking nervous, but I don't know if I can say he's the most confident in the world either. I'm going to come over here in case it's a run, because, how many plays in a row? It's going to be a non-run for the Titans, and perfect throw, but Hopkins gets Popkins from Igmanogany. I don't feel super proud about that one, if I'm going to be honest with you. But you know what? I said the damn thing, all right? Might not be proud, but I'll live with it. We're going to be covering with Christian Harris on the inside. Oh, I can't cover that. Good try, though. That's tough. That's tough, because obviously I'm thinking maybe it's a cross over the middle. If not, we still have the receiver going over the middle anyways, or I think it was a running back, somebody. So it's not, clean to just follow through with that. Almost got him anyways, though. And huge hit by Kenneth. Loss of 1 for Spears. Hey, stop it. Yeah, you get pushed back. And 5 wide. I think it's still worth. I don't know about Ward here, though. That's my job. Nice hit. It's tough. I feel like you do have to get a press on anyone, no matter how good the player is. It's really tough to do it, but if you're going to go with a blitz like that where there's just no help at all, inside, deep, outside, anywhere, you kind of need to press him to slow him down. And there's going to be a wide open hole as Spears really had nowhere to go early, and then boom, 24-yard gain. They're definitely moving on the field this time. We actually had a chance to get off the field again, but they found their look. That's probably a run, and we're nowhere there, but Kenneth will pick him up. Haskins gains only 2, looking really slow. It's a big fella. Let's go Christian Harris, and we're trying to contain. Murray doesn't get the spot, and Spears all the way to the 8. 3 for 37 now. The inside not really doing well for us. I think it's time to go back to that mid blitz. This time actually press. Give ourselves a legit chance. And we're going to blow that up with Petrie. Gains only a yard. Good job. Will Levis's arms are huge, by the way. He's like, you see what time it is? It's muscle time, baby. He's swole as hell. Kind of switching me the wrong guy. And Ward one-on-one against a big Haskins. Only gains, 1 against them. Cover 3 hard flat. This is usually the kind of look that you want here. See if anyone can get some pressure. Back of the end zone. Cover it. We're on the tight end. Nobody's getting open. It's going to be a throwaway. How do we not get pressure? Will Anderson's got to do better. Either way, it's a stop. I don't know if they had the running back blocking, but it's, still a 4v6 that long, you got to get through. And we get the stop, though, thankfully. All right, let's go to the stretch. They seemingly have an extra player on that right side, if I had to guess. Either way, Tunsil's the better player, technically. Well, he doesn't really play like it, as it took 2 players to take on Harold Landry? I don't know who's playing which side, actually, to be fair. It looks to me that, because I think Harold's the superstar. I don't even know. There goes Nico Collins. Waited for him to break just in case the timing would have been off if we went earlier. And it's clean as hell. They left it open. It's not usually something we see. Usually we have to wait for it to fully develop. See what they got. If they got a blitz. No blitz. Boyer's burning, but ended up not burning. And we kind of just threw it up. Our own guy got taken out there. And speaking of own guy taken out, Adrian Lane, pectoral injury, going to the locker room, which we do not like to see. Play action across This is mainly a tight end play. We're going to take Brevin. And he slips off the tackle, only gains 3. That throw was to the moon. I don't know why it says touch pass. I released that very quickly. Shoulder strain. Very quick diagnosis. Got the best medical staff in the world, apparently. And if this is a blitz, is this not, like, better to streak? Like, Nico Collins is open. And overthrown by a mile. Are you kidding me, Stroud? Easiest first down you're ever going to see, and he misses it. Punt, hopefully is good. Looks pretty good to me. That's going to be inside the 5 to the 4. Beautiful. Had a huge opportunity to score, you know, both drives, the first 2 drives, but somehow missing the throw. Pretty basic throw, to be honest. I think most of us hit that. And we miss hard. Get over there. Haskins. Good job, Ward. Blasting him forward for 2. All right, we got Traquan Smith going with Murray. Thought he was going to cut it back. And what a play by Christian Harris to make it 3rd and 1. I mean, you see the run lanes we're giving up right now. That's far from a guarantee. This is a super run stop. I mean, you gotta bring the blitz. We've mentioned it. Oh, I really wish they would have had time. I think we were good. I think we were ready. Statistically similar. We do get the ball at half though, and we're up by 4, so we're in a good spot. But the Titans starting a new quarterback this season and do not have their primary player in Derrick Henry. You'd maybe want to see a little bit more, but I mean, I guess we're in a pretty good spot. It's going to be a throw to the outside, and that other side is even more open. Ward wouldn't even engage on it, just kind of like preventing. I just don't know how you get beat in man coverage on that. Like, I can see a drag, slant, wheel, whatever, but like, he just went to the side. He didn't even do anything special, and we're not going to get over there, but the throw is so far out. Traquan basically gains what he did on that 3rd down. All right, more man coverage. Bring Ward up just in case it is a run. Tight end's open, and so is Burks. Huge tackle to the 34. Man coverage not really looking good. Did play the inside shade on that, to be fair. Felt like it was going to be a drag over the middle because they had all that bunched up situation. See if we can get a play with Hudson. And we're not going to get off the line. Inside, Hopkins this time, even though he has to go jump up and get it, will catch it. I almost feel like I need to play one of the boundary corners. Like, I really do. Like, I'm not great in man coverage, but I feel like I'd be better than the freaking coverage we're getting right now, and Traquan's going to get 5. Pretty good coverage by Clayton on the inside. Actually, it was pretty bad. I think it was more us jumping Hopkins inside, which was clutch, because that might have been where he wanted to go. Good move, but nobody's on it. Huge hit by Christian Harris. We're tackling better today, which is a positive, but we're still giving up these really short underneath plays, which is what we keep focusing on as a defense, and yet nothing gives. Let's go Will Anderson. Speed rush inside, gets a little bit of a look. Bringing the blitz on a probable run, 2nd and 2. Don't really have anything to lose on a run, especially with a young quarterback, which is why we believed it was going to be. And once again, one of the safeties helping a player forward when we have them locked up. Grab them and pull them. You don't have to just push people forward every time. But that's basically the way they play it every time. Get them. Nice hit, but it's still going to be a gain of 4 to the running back. These long drives are really killing us, though. It's really unfortunate. Blowing it up. Good tackle. Losing 3. It was a 50-50 battle, and they gave it to us. Would we get that with Derrick Henry? I don't freaking know, dude. If we're going to bring a blitz, I don't want to bring mid. Mid has been really, well, mid for us so far. Covering inside. Yeah, no, that's really unfortunate, but they're going to say the left foot was out. I would challenge this if I'm them. Wow, really? I got to see this back. I think he was in. It was a pretty big step. I don't know what this blitz is doing. Noah is just nowhere near. Great push inside for Hudson. And left. Now that right foot just like ultra stayed in the air. Either way, we get the stop. It's why you never give up on a play unless it's physically over. You hear the whistle. Play to the whistle. Murray pushes him, and it causes that right foot to stay up. The momentum from the left Surprised he didn't get injured. It is crazy, though, how much time the Titans are freaking wasting in this game. And most of it's coming from the pass game, too. It's not even the run game. Their drives take so much longer. All right, one of our saving grace plays of last week. The cross over the middle. And it's open, and he misses it. No, he doesn't. But the right foot's out. He does miss it, absolutely, actually. But, you know, he couldn't keep it because he had to jump to the moon for that ball. This is an interesting play. I don't really trust our route running, but, I mean, if we're going to believe in one. Oh, that's open. That's a good throw. Ford beats Farley for 80. Touchdown with the celebration. Up kind of 2 scores. Not really. If we go for 2, it would be. Believing in the route for once. Usually it's not there. And we got him. You had that safety not playing up to that, you know, well, back really. Oh, Christian Harris is not deep enough. And we miss. I try to go for the good play, and oh my lord, there goes Spears looking better than freaking Derrick Henry on that. Traquan Smith with an injury, which they've, you know, hit him in the short yardage situations quite a bit this game, so definitely not a good injury for them to take. Let's see Pearson. And almost gave up the contain. Good job by Murray. He was like, this is taking too long. He blasts him. Hudson not giving up his spot. I will say one of the DTs kind of looked like they were getting pushed back. Pearson kind of got pushed back too, obviously. You know, they have a pretty good line, especially on that left side. And we're trying to blow that up, and we did, allowing Murray to finish the play. It's going to be a gain of 3, but, you know, considering we're used to giving up 10 to 15 per play, seeing these third downs is a welcome change. We're calling timeout. That man coverage, it was a slot wide receiver against Christian Harris. Once again, he's got speed, but he don't got that kind of speed. We got a better look. Let's go with Murray. And, yeah, that's too bad a timing and just too shallow, really. And it's going to be a punt. Yeah, I didn't change the sliders yet. I completely forgot to import them. I might still, because the Titans are, you know, kind of not a great roster right now. And more importantly, they're without their running back, new quarterback, like we said. But I think I'm still going to change, and we'll see how that affects going against better teams for not a great season before that catch. You know, 300 yards through 4 games is good, but not for a guy with his speed, in my opinion. But it's not bad after the catch. It's actually really good. The read option, they're ready for, but wow, I can't believe it took that many players to take on, who was it, Simmons? It is Simmons, in fairness, but they had 3 down linemen, and we only turned into a gain of 4. The linebackers weren't even up either. Going to go with a quicker out for Dell if we're going to have a chance. It's got to be a more shallow one, in my opinion. And there goes the tight end, right in behind. Huge play. Oh, I thought he was going to carry him to the end zone, to the 38-yard line. Stroud with 187 yards with a touchdown. You can see, though, that the coverage is a little bit worse because, well, they have worse DBs than the Browns. The Browns are stacked at corner specifically, trying to cut back and gets blasted inadvertently by Tart. Tart's just trying to win his matchup, and we get blasted. Oh, I would have liked that. I don't think the safety goes for Boyer. I think the safety jumps for the slot, and Boyer's wide. But either way, 2-minute warning, not a bad spot. It's going to make me decide on a screen. They got 5 players here. You would think run, which means they're focused on the running back, which worries me, but we'll see. And they're not focused. The linebacker's there. The blockers are nowhere to be found. The linebacker still gets to us. 10 yards gain, Al-Shair with a good tracking. Can't believe he did that. That's kind of impressive. Looks like a blitz, so might be a Tank Dell quick throw. It's going to be a Pierce quick throw. Not the greatest play, but it works out. Pierce with a stiff arm fighting to the 44-yard line. Stroud looking pretty sharp. Obviously, some of these overthrows kind of suck, but for the most part, doing a good job. Clock is still in an okay spot. We're going to go for this wheel route with Ford. They look kind of like mixed up. I think you got to take that. That's pretty good. On the money. Back of the end zone. Ford for his second. Beautiful throw. Some iffy stuff. Was the runway? I don't know what the hell that's about. But up 21-6. All right, from the 25-yard line. Let's see if we got Hudson on the inside maybe. Oh, nice move. Can't get the push. Good tackle by Christian. Gain 6. Obviously, they do have a little bit of a chance before half here. And they really need it because we're in a good spot. I really do think it helps playing a team like the Browns and then going to the Titans, who just have, You know, they're basically a run team, right? Like, without the run with Derrick Henry, they're not the best. You know, most of the time when we play this team, we're, like, so focused on the run that the pass game gets behind us. I can't step that. It's pretty good coverage overall. You know, keeps the clock moving as well. 32 seconds, 1 timeout. Still kind of mainly protecting the deep ball, so, you know, they don't really have that in them, but they have taken a couple of shots, so you still got to respect it a little bit. 2nd and 4. Can't really cover that. Running back's open, and we love that every day of the week. Assume we tackle, which we do. They used their last timeout already to the 47-yard line with 27 seconds. I mean, they need to get something kind of quick here. And over the middle. Oh, that's a great play, and he's going to keep his feet in. It's a great catch. Phillips. Don't know why that guy's not their number 3, to be honest. All right, Petrie coming up. Might blitz. Nah, we're not going to. Covering 2, and wow, there goes a wide open DeAndre Hopkins. Did we press? We had the deep safety covering over there, and there's the touchdown. Don't want to get too crazy, but if we see something, you know, maybe we run the ball. If we get 15, we call a timeout. I don't know. Let's see what we got. And not really going to get 15 per se. We'll still call 1 timeout. This isn't a terrible play. This kind of, you know, a little bit of a setup. There's a chance here. Maybe up the middle, Boyer. It's a little bit of a deep drop. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, if he would have stayed in. Doesn't really matter, but would have got a few more yards, perhaps. Maybe makes it a little more interesting. 1st down and all, but, yeah. It's not really going to matter. And what a blast. We'll catch it. Making a Hail Mary here. What are these Hail Marys? Do we not have another one? That's so terrible. Making the Hail Mary a liability. Well, not a liability, but an option. Can I bring Collins in? I don't like that he's all the way over there. Oh, well. I guess we take it, even though it's probably going to result in an interception. It's a little bit back there. And not going to happen. A little overthrown, got to be honest, but just want to make sure it got to the end zone. It's an okay little try. Not a bad first half. Obviously up 21-13. The Titans made quick work before half, though, and we were trying to protect the end zone. Not running the ball often or well, but it's kind of more. They have 40 plays already. I mean, I knew they were taking a long time to score, but oh my. Medium throw is good, so I don't want to change what's working, basically. So that's basically my game plan. And on the return is Goodson. Might be the first time we've seen him today, actually. And good little move. Gets to the 27. So I like having running backs as the return men. They move pretty well. Draw play, but they're like in a pretty good spot. We'll still run it, though. And I really wish Kenyon Green would, like, hit the weight room or something with his legs. Because that man moves too slow. He is way too slow. Like, why is he taking so long to get to his spot? I don't understand. On the move. Throwing inside to Ford, who has to dive for it. A little bit of pressure, but so open that, I mean, you just get the ball up and you're getting the 1st down and then some. Doesn't really do that. We still gain what we can. Collins on the play action or the cross play action. Tank Dell. Collins not super open, but we'll catch this and drops it. Another diving catch attempt. That one felt a little bit easier. I almost feel like that was an overreaction to dive for it, but I mean, it's Nico Collins. Who am I to judge? That man knows more than anyone. Let's keep Boyer on that side. And Ford. That ball is, I mean, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. It's a real good blitz. I see no safety, and I was like, I'm trying to float this to Ford. Did Ford just fall down trying to bait a penalty? Screen pass, huh? This could be a bait, though. Or not screen pass, but blitz on the screen. And that ball is just gone. Going to be a punt. Had to run because the blitz, and Pierce just didn't get the memo that he needed to get out there, I guess. I don't know. Punt looks good enough, and it is. Don't have a risk of a return. We did have the free rush, but still. They're down by 8. They got a chance. Tyjae Spears looking all right because our defense makes every running back look like a god. And they've seen blitz on this a lot, so seeing us drop back might confuse them. Oh, Lord. Good job, Hudson. Worthy of that number 90. I always think of number 90 as a very prestigious D-line number. So him wearing it. You know, it means a lot to me if you're good. Oh, no. I thought they were going to give me Murray. Murray, if with the right direction, would have got him before the line, and they gave us the freaking corner. It was never going to stop him. Surprised he even got the one-on-one. That is our fault, though. We kind of carried inside a little too hard. I tried to find a lane, and they ran it again. I really wasn't expecting back-to-back runs. Overthrown. No one's really even ready for that, and it kind of seemed like the routes were too shallow, too. I mean, Hopkins has still been pretty good, but there is a step loss with him. It's weird. It's not even just his speed. Oh, Hudson can't get there. One-on-one tackle, good cleanup. Gains a few, but overall, pretty good coverage. I mean, he got there. He got burned, but he did get back in time, which is all that really matters. Let's go with Will Anderson. Cut inside, can't get it, and Noah Benogany's going to get a pick. It feels like we never get interceptions. To the 36, burned a few times in this game so far. The blitz wasn't really looking good with him, but makes up for it all with a great interception that is going to be huge for us as we get the ball here at the 36. Touchdown can put him in a spot, and Pierce is going to run. Byard usually getting run over by Pierce. Feels like he's getting smarter and better. You know, ends up not getting beat yet. Nico Collins on the sweep. Actually, it's going to be Ford. I'd rather play action. They got too many players over there. And no one's really open. But Stroud's got a little room and will get the first down. Kind of wish, the tight end Boyer got the memo, or whoever it was, Brevin Jordan maybe. If they wish they would have got the memo and been like, oh, I'm going to turn back the other way to throw away the coverage. And he can just run. It's pretty obvious that we were going to run, right? In my opinion, I don't know. Like, the coverage is just too good. I tried to throw it over him, and that's A, a bad throw, B, a bad decision, and C, bad timing. If we waited a little bit longer, that might have actually worked. Sometimes I just get so confident, I'm like, we can hit anything. It's like, can you, though? Play action. This is kind of deep, but it's a good throw, and there goes Tank Dell for the touchdown. Stroud's been a little hit or miss on these crosses, but these crosses are massive for us, and that is why we keep going to them, and it works. Not bad at all. From the 25-yard line. One more stop could do it. Move them over. Move the linebackers over, too. Okay, that's a little harsh. And I can't get over. I got blasted. Christian Harris just got killed. Wow, that was a hit. That was a bit of a hit. Clayton stepping up. Bring the safety even. Oh, they give me the wrong player here. And good teamwork, though. They don't get the first down because the teamwork is not bad. All right, we got a lot of players up. Bring in the heat if we can. Kind of leaving the slant. Try to blow it up. Can't. And good find by Tyjae Spears to the 40. Looking like he's going to get 100 on the ground. Pierce doesn't look like he's going to have a great game today, but you know what? If we end up winning, I think it's a great game for everyone. The man's got individual stats. What he doesn't have is wins. Oh, get over there. Nice hit, Petrie. Dom Sims, their left guard, I believe. Maybe their center, actually. Pretty good player, based on the, what we've seen in the depth chart. Could be big for Hudson. Hudson does get it. Brings the pressure, but it's going to be too late as it's going to get that out to Burks, who will get the first down. I mean, we're mixing it up. We're not keeping it, straight up and easy to read. I think, at least. Oh, that's a great cutback. I mean, it's not really... Uh-oh, that's a touchdown. Wow. No one can bring him down. Tyjae Spears looking as dangerous as Henry at this point. Good tackling, guys. Good thing is we do have a little bit of a lead. I actually really do trust Nico one-on-one with most. Good pickup. Not going to be where we go, though. That was a possession. Brevin, you want to try it at least next time? I know it's not easy, but maybe at least try the possession. See if you like it, maybe. See if maybe it helps you actually catch the ball instead of running full blast out of bounds. And Pierce can't get to the edge. What an effort, though, to gain at least 2. Would have maybe been a loss. Try to outrun him. Didn't happen. You know what? I think we go screen pass. It's our bread and butter at the end of the day. Boyer could be my look. I'm going to quick read. Probably should have taken Boyer. Oh my god, I hate Kendrick Green so much. We got to replace him. He's so slow. He's the slowest player in the world. What's taking his ass so long? What is he doing? The center's lost too. I mean, where are we going to go, right? Like, I mean, we can't race to the first down line. We had to get this block from Kenyon. And with the center there, maybe we get the edge. He goes the wrong way anyways. And it's going to be a 3-and-out. You've got to be kidding me. This offensive line can never just win. They got to do something stupid every once in a while. Trying to get out there, can't. Blocks are perfect. Clayton still picks it up with a blocker on him. Good tackle, but 17 for 139, literally looking better than Derrick Henry. It's not true. We give up like freaking 500 every season against him. And there goes Mr. Pearson, I believe. No, it's Murray. I thought Pearson broke out over there somehow. 3rd and 2. Got the heavy linebacker look with the blitz. Petrie maybe have to pick up the tight end. Try to blow it up. All over it. Still holds on. There was a 90% chance in my head that I knew that was going to be like a hitch out. And still gets it. Still gets it. Something to the outside is what my brain was telling me, and we still can't get over there. Good cover it. Oh, my, that is... You can't guard that. Unguardable. That's like years of practice level, like, timing on an out route, and yet they got that from him with, like, a year at most as a backup. Kenneth are going to pick it up. Nice. They're going to... Running back's not going to see it. You know, it looked like we were going to drop back. We haven't brought any sort of inside blitz, you know, where it was like a delay blitzer. It's all been, like, clear cut, bring in the house. Did not see that coming, and that was a massive sack of loss of 6. Moving everyone over. Still going to kind of cover the side with Murray. And we're on it. No way! He's breaking all these tackles. A gain of 6. 3rd and 10 to start the 4th. This would be a really big stop for us. Yardage-wise, very similar both sides. They have us beat by a little bit, especially on the ground. But they do have just more plays in general. Coming with the 0 blitz. I mean, I think it's a play that you need to run. Go to the running back, maybe? No way. Shaquille Griffin gets burned that hard. I couldn't leave the running back. I had no choice. Should be best on best at this rate, to be fair, but... No, that was a good play to the outside. Not this outside, but the running back was burning. He would have had about 6 if he went to it. We were near it, but I don't know if we would have actually covered it. Speaking of covering things, I don't know if we're going to cover the run here. Good try in the cutback, but there was just nowhere to go. He would have had to be like Chris Johnson speed outside. And they might be willing to just take the field goal. I don't know if I agree with this decision, though. It's kind of weird. Although... And thankfully it's Haskins. Not the fastest in the world. Kind of had a look. Yeah, this is a decision now. I don't know if I agreed with that. I think they just seen back-to-back bad plays, and they're like, this could go even worse. But, I mean, their defense has held us, so going for the win on the next stop, I guess. Kick is returnable. I think it's worth trying. Offense is kind of falling apart a little bit. Goodson had a, 27-yard return last time pretty much. To the 27 this time. The option hasn't been great, but the handoff on the read has been all right. So whether we keep it or hand it is kind of irrelevant. As Pierce picking up a block. Didn't really see the other guy coming from the side. That's okay. We gained 9. Almost argue that that's better than the first down. Gets a little more clock off the board, and the pressure of being back on first down is gone. As we basically have 3 downs here to get the first down. And okay. Might have to use all 3 downs. We lose a yard on the dive. Inside zone. I mean, I think we know that guy's blitzing because he's an edge rusher. No. And we're going to cut it back inside, and there's no way we don't get a good fight. Cut it back inside, and for some reason got bounced. I don't really understand that. That cut was great. It was an open lane. Not really sure what we're doing there. Going to keep the run to the right, avoiding Simmons. And nobody's going to get blocks. They got like sliver blocks, but that closed up immediately. Double team's not working. Love it. Play action from right to left. I don't know if I like the throw opportunity, but we're going to do it anyways. Once again, Stroud going to try to run. He's got to take a hit here. Gains 5. I think the tight end might have got open like last second, but do you really trust the throw? I don't know. Boyer's probably my look. On the run again. Please. Is he serious? Did Stroud really just miss that throw? I mean, I see the way that our offense is playing right now. I really think this is a go-for situation. Can we bring Pierce on the other side and then wheel him and see? Because the blitzer's there. Please. Nice. Good enough throw. Great route by Tank Dell. Risky on 4th and 7, but I just feel like, you know, I'm not in it to have some heart attack game here, you know? I just want to get the win, and I just don't feel like playing defense again is going to get us that win. In behind, and Boyer with a great adjustment, showing off some athleticism to the 6. Field goal puts us back up by 8, but the touchdown would win it. I think we're all thinking touchdown here. You know, if we get a good block, there's no one really helping this linebacker, so I think we're going to run it. It's a great cutback, and Pierce gets freaking clothesline, but is that Simmons? Inside handoff, going up against the DT. See what we got. And, yep, there he goes. Lit up and everything. He was not going to be taken down, but nobody was there anyways. And looks like we're going to get back in the win column. All right, from the 25-yard line, they got to score in kind of a hurry because the clock is a problem. I think we know this play. We left it. Nice hit on Hopkins, though. It's an old man. He's, you know, he ain't able to take these hits as much. He might have fumbled. Come on, Scott. Wake up, dude. I don't know why he's dropping back so far. More zone coverage. He's playing a pretty basic base defense here. Cover 3. And we can't let him out of bounds when we got 3 players there, dude. And I don't know if I trust this in man coverage more than zone. Last score was in man coverage, single high. And the safety just never picked up. Hopkins out route again. Nice hit, though, by Clayton, blasting him. And now their right guard is injured, Matt Filer. Don't know if their left guard's back in. Actually, no, it wasn't their left guard. It was their center. I don't know. It looks like a small center. I don't feel like I seen that guy earlier. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Screen. Can't get over there. It's all right. It's not all right. Going to keep it in bounds. That was kind of a questionable decision. That's why I was chasing him from the left side, because if you try to go left late, I might have been able to keep him in. Who the hell am I? Oh, thank God I'm the DT. And we missed the tackle, and then he missed the tackle, and then he missed the tackle. Spears to the 15. Do they have question marks on who's the starter when Derek's back? Can't get off the line. And that time he's not going to catch it. Got blasted by Murray. I mean, at this rate, man coverage is like the only thing that is actually working. So I guess even though we're afraid of getting beat, I mean, they're already down here, so it doesn't really matter. And Will Anderson, great job, because we were about to get blocked. The safety was too deep. Will Anderson may have just saved a score. Rushing off the outside. Good press. And there goes Petrie with the game. Only returning it because I felt like it might have been like a touchback, and I knew we could at least get to the 20. Not that it really matters. Wish we could have stayed in bounds there, though. If we stayed in for one more second, we'd have probably gotten the 2-minute warning. But at this point, if they can't score there, it's pretty hard to win. And Pierce trying to put up some numbers. Oh, I thought we were gone. I thought we actually had a chance there. Pierce trying to, you know, boost the numbers up a little bit. Obviously, close the game out anyways. Try to win it with first downs. And no real help. Gets to the line maybe. Inside handoff. And Pierce fighting. Gains 2. At this point, like we said, I mean, we don't need the first down. Although they're blitzing, so I kind of want to go for it. And he picks it off. Now I look like an idiot. Can't believe he picked that off, though. Was it actually a bluff? I didn't see. But either way, I think Ford might have run a really bad route on the inside, which, you know, he does have bad medium route. Felt like he had the beat. Might have had the tight end instead, though. Yeah, I mean, looking back, it definitely seemed like the route that I threw to was going to be the one that was open. Still a really stupid decision, as now it's, like, shorter for them to score. You can have that. Good teamwork tackle. I don't mind him taking that underneath. 8 yards means nothing in a situation like this. It's really just about protecting that end zone. You take that again if you want. Not that one, though. Good hit. Doesn't go out of bounds. Phillips, the young player, making a young player mistake. And I've got the running back here. That's all right. We kind of baited him in. Oh, my Lord. Nice blast. Murray's sick of it. You could tell that's a frustration hit. Got to cover this guy. Yeah, that's a throwaway. Would love to see a rush from Will Anderson here. Can't ever win. And really good D. Murray almost picks it. Perfect coverage. And they're going to go heavy because they're like, screw it, we got to just get this. Our run game's our most strong asset. Would have thought a second or third down run would have been a better call, though. And they go with the fullback, and he's not going to get it because Christian Harris is a goon. Turnover on downs when they only needed 1 yard, and the game is won. Let's give Devin Singletary a carry. We're kind of selling with him this season again. Motion for Brevin. Watch, we're going to have an injury now because I'm an idiot. Oh, there goes Singletary. Not the fastest guy in the world. If he's faster, he might have had that. And we're going to win the game 35-24. Pretty good stuff. Definitely wish we'd have been a little bit better on defense, but we made a couple of plays near the end of the game to make some stops, got some interceptions, and we're able to hold on to the victory. Offense did just enough. Stroud talking to Pearson, who was pretty quiet in this one, but once again going against a pretty decent left side of the line. You know, James Houston at times going against way worse players, got nothing going. So, and Will Anderson's yet to do anything. He's playing against a really terrible right tackle, so might have to change the sliders on the offensive line as well, which I did drop, but I just completely forgot to import them. Like I said, would have been a near-perfect game from Stroud if I didn't throw that stupid late interception to try and ice the game. Pierce wasn't great, but you know what? Did enough. And Tyjae Spears was amazing. He got all of their yards, may even be player of the week. Only 1 touchdown, probably not actually. 138 yards, 2 touchdowns. If he gets a scenario before Collins, I'm going to be so mad. But you know what? At this point, any scenario is a win. Murray with a sack. Picks for Igbenogany and Petrie. Of course, Murphy Bunting on their side. And that be the game. Got 2 upgrades. Tank Dell needs release mainly, so we're going to go back to the Well of Deep Threat. It's the best way to get it. +3. 75 release now. Short route would be great too, but release is the biggest need. And then Pierce. It'd be nice to get that stiff arm to 90+, but that juke move as well. If he doesn't get a juke move here, I think we might just go mainly power back upgrades from here on out. And 3 to change the direction is significant too, though, as he only had 82 before then. Yeah, I think elusive is still the way to go. That's a pretty significant upgrade. We love changing direction, and we can't really do that with him. Tank Dell had an okay game and a couple of good clutch catches, but overall definitely nowhere near 150 yards, but yeah, I don't know why he keeps getting the scenario when it's the number 1 getting all the stats. Don't know what that's about. But either way, we won the game. We're 2-3. We take on the Jaguars, who are still undefeated, then the Bills, and then back to the Titans, who once again will not have Derrick Henry either game. Not that it really matters, though, because Spears did just as well, if not better, in the sense that you didn't know how they were going to use him, whereas Derrick Henry's like basically just straight up the middle power. Spears did really well in the receiving game, which, Henry's had a couple of plays in the receiving game against us, but he's not as dynamic technically. And, he was a problem for us. We actually still had a chance to lose this game without Henry playing. But either way, a very big, much-needed win under the belt here in this one. If you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If not new, really appreciate continued support on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel Pregame plays for now, Madden content, and probably a rebuild tomorrow. That's about it. Thanks for watching. I'll let you guys come back for next video. But until next video,